This is the aggressive 100K or conservative $1 million portfolio. You see it has a max drawdown of 25,000. That's pretty aggressive with 100K. Very conservative with $1 million. You can actually scale this up. You could trade 4 units of this with $1 million and have your max drawdown at 100K or 10%. Or you can do 2 units of it and have your max drawdown at 50K or 5% of $1 million. These margins are based on TradeStation margins, day trade margins. These are all day trade strategies. And so I want to take a dive into this. Our previous 100K portfolio included 10 systems. And you see 8 of those systems here, Cobra 3, but 2 variations of Cobra 3, take CounterTrend 2, Mirror E-mini S&P, Gap Continue 2B, E-mini S&P, Cobra Euro, SR CounterTrend Gold, and Gold Flash. And it also included SR CounterTrend 2 Crude Oil and SR CounterTrend 2 Silver. And now for the new $1 million portfolio, the $1 million portfolio was 5 contracts of each of those. Now what we've done is we've said we're going to go 1 contract of each of those to make it a conservative million or aggressive 100K. And we're also going to add all the other SR CounterTrend 2s. And so we have SR CounterTrend 2. You have 9 strategies here, or 9 markets on SR CounterTrend 2. And then you have SR CounterTrend 2 V2 1 minute. Same 9 markets. These use all the same parameters. And then SR CounterTrend 2 V2 5 minute. These use all the same parameters as the 1 minute. You're just on a 5 minute version. And then 15 minute. All the same parameters, just on a 15 minute. And you have 30 between the SR CounterTrend 2 and V2. You have 36 different setups. So instead of trading, 4 contracts of SR CounterTrend 2 E-mini S&P, SR CounterTrend 2 E-mini Nasdaq, we trade variations of this. So we trade 4 different variations of this, 1 contract each. And so it's a conservative approach. Then we include the 8 additional strategies that we already had. And so you could scale this up based on your risk tolerance of $25,000 drawdown. And since it requires less than $100,000 margin, if you are at Interactive Brokers, it'll probably take a little more than $100,000. And that is if all systems took a net position at the same time, which I've never seen happen. So you could probably still trade it with less than 100K at Interactive Brokers. And then other brokers that have even smaller day trade margins, you could probably trade this with 50K. But that's very aggressive. You're talking about a 25K drawdown. And as of Friday, it's in an $8,500 drawdown. So you're risking $17,000 of the worst case drawdown, and that is the latest aggressive 100K, but it's listed under the $1 million portfolio. And I'm going to show you where you can find that. So if you go to Market Portfolios, you go to the $1 million portfolio, you'll find this portfolio here. I talk about it. Originally, we were going to update this on April the 15th, but we just waited till May the 1st. And you see the spreadsheet that I just showed you. It is right here on this page. And then I also include the multi-charts version. You should be able to right click and save image as if you want to download that on your computer and see these better. And you can see the trade analysis right here. You can also push Control++ on your computer, and you'll be able to zoom in. You see $72. This is with $25 round turn slippage and commission. And so you see $72 average trade profit. So if you didn't have slippage and commission in here, that would be $97. It's at 72. And you see the monthly analysis. This is for all January since 2007. All Januaries. That's not the average January. That's the sum of all the Januaries. And then you see the annual period analysis, what it's done each year and where you're at. And so 2017 was small, but we could expect that the ranges were smaller. And 2018, you see where we're at, about 1/3 of the way through the year, so already pacing past 2017. And you also see that April and December are the 2 lowest average profit per month. May and March are right in there. And so if you're going to trade this, now is the time to get it set up, because you're coming into a strong part of the year seasonally. Based on the back test, June through November And then if you want to take December off, maybe take December off. Any given month can be different than its average. So it's possible that December could be the best month of the year, or that February, which is seasonally the best, February and November could be the worst month of the year. So I go over all the screenshots for SR CounterTrend 2. So if you're interested in SR CounterTrend 2, this gives you an idea. So you get 9 markets on SR CounterTrend 2. That's what it would look like. For example, in multi-charts, you can trade this in any platform that we support, TradeStation, NinjaTrader, multi-charts. Here are the inputs for SR CounterTrend 2. You see how similar they are. E-mini, S&P, and E-mini NASDAQ are the same. Gold, silver, and crude oil have the same parameters. Natural gas, RBOB, and platinum have the same parameters, and soybeans has its own set of parameters. And then you have custom sessions at the bottom. And then you see SR CounterTrend 2 V2, 9 markets on the 1 minute. Now V2, the V2 version has all the same parameters. You'll see that as we go down. And so here's 5-minute charts, here's 15-minute charts. And so the parameters are all the same for all markets. And precision and X are basically one tick. So if you have NinjaTrader, we've actually removed those inputs in the latest version because it's just tick. We use tick size in the code instead of a place for 1 point. And then the data settings, you can use, they're on 1, 5, or 15. And they do have custom sessions. The US stock for the E-mini S&P, E-mini NASDAQ. We use the Euro custom session for all these other markets, and then grains custom session for soybeans. And we updated the previous portfolio too as well through April the 30th. It was down in April, as we've already talked about. And so that is the update for the $1 million portfolio. I've updated the latest results for the 100K, and I hope to implement more strategies from SR CounterTrend 2 in these as well. So far, May is break even in the 100K, and you can see for the 25K, it was a down month in April and a little bit of a bounce back so far in May. And we've got the daily reports now on here, daily trading system reports. And so Friday, you see the Friday results. Friday was a nice day. We had that runaway bull market in the stock indexes, and our strategies caught that pretty well in SR CounterTrend 2. Gold did well on Friday, and you see the weekly results as well. It's been updated. I have it's a longer list because you have all the SR CounterTrend 2s listed now. And so these are the weekly results. The weekly results, 25K and 1 million were up. The 100K was up, but after slippage and commission, it was break even. So that's the update. So far, no trades today on Monday, May the 7th.